If you want a white audience, stop going around Atlanta getting bust down adjacents and go get balayage or something. I don't know.
What's going on, cousins, and welcome back again on another episode today. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing great, and if you're joining for the very first time as well, thank you so much for being here today. In today's video, we are going to be checking out a video that a black creator made on TikTok that has gotten a lot of people pissed. When I mean pissed, especially the black community, this video has gotten a lot of people in the black community pissed. She said this was a thought that has been on her mind for a while, and she decided to share. Even while she was sharing that video, she already said she was going to piss off a lot of people, but she doesn't care. But that didn't last very long after people started dragging her. I don't even think that lasted for 24 hours before she came back doing another video trying to double down on what she said. So this influencer talked about how black influencers don't support each other, and she would have preferred to have white people following her. The way she passed the message across, her body language and her tone while passing that message across, and I want you guys to pay attention to when she is calling the white people in this video, because I feel like that is one of the things that is getting a lot of people pissed. Because if you can say black followers out very loud, but you're whispering that you want white followers, like, it's not adding up. So this video got a lot of people in the black community pissed, and I would just like you guys to see this video before we even dive into what the people have to say about our video.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I don't care because I've been thinking about it a lot. It is better to have a following over a black following. Before I go any further, this does not mean that I do not appreciate the people that support me and love me, okay? That's not what this means. But it is very obvious that black people do not really support black creators. And we wonder why we don't get these huge creators the way that we get these huge creators. And then we complain about it. But we're not supporting each other. And the black creators that do have millions of followers, have a huge fan base, usually have a mixed following. For example, Jackie Aina. Believe it or not, Jackie Aina has a large community following. Monet, a large following. Fanita, a large following. Quinlan Blackwell. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a couple of years ago, she was roasted by the black community because she was so involved in the community. But what's funny is it's the people and the community that are getting them millions and millions of followers that are boosting their careers. Of course, there are nuances here. It's not black and white, no pun intended, but that's really the gist of things. We don't support as much as people support.
I think this creator did not think about what is about to come when she made this video, and her followers have been going down after she posted that video. When she started the video, she said she doesn't care, but she has been making another video to double down on what she said, but still going round in circle, still saying black people do not support black influencer. We were here doing the Black Women Follow train. People really came out to support each other. I follow a lot of black creators on TikTok, and when one account gets taken down, I see the support and the way people just come around to help them build another account. A recent one that happened on TikTok was Crystal account. When her account got taken down for calling out a white woman profiting off of, black people's hair or something like that. If you see the way black people came through, I was just so happy that she was able to get another account, and she even mentioned that she's enjoying a new account than the old one that got taken down. The way people supported her, she was still able to get the one she had lost before. So this video got a lot of people pissed, like, how are you going to come online and start praising certain people that you can't even call out their name loud, and then bringing down your own people? It sparked a lot of reaction, and I would like you guys to see what the people are saying about our video.
Better to have a following over a black following.
This is the quickest career destroyer I know. She gets down. So after this, she decided to make an apology video clearing things up, and basically she just mentioned it was her word choice and she should have changed it. And it's like, you're still missing the point. As a black creator, this is a slap in the face. Now, I love my black brothers and sisters, especially those who can step into the role of a creator. However, using the excuse of people are mean to say some shit like that, really, girl? That was so deeply rooted, and it tells us everything that we need to know about you. And those white supporters that you were just talking about, how they're so much better than black supporters, they're not coming to your rescue, babes. They're unfollowing you. And then tried to come back and say, well, I'm trying to say that it's better to diversify your audience. And Winnie, babe, you could have kept that to yourself. We didn't need to know that. And you could not have possibly thought that that would go well over with anybody, especially in the black community. Like the different levels of anti-black that you just gave, like, girl, you're a black girl. Let's be for real right now. You're trying to appeal to something that you will never be a part of. I hate to be the one to tell you. Moving forward, please, let's just have some accountability and don't make no goddamn statement like that. That was off the wall.
Black people do not really support black creators.
So one of my friends sent me this video, and I just want to start by saying I do not want to dogpile or add on. Try this again. There is no hate or malice in this response. I see that a lot of people are getting Winnie together in the comments, so I don't want to add to that. But I do think that there are a few things that are missing from what Winnie is saying. As a black female content creator, I've made a video about this before, and I said that one of the pitfalls of being a black woman on this app is that we get so much more hate, and we don't have the luxury of just creating content in a vacuum. Meaning, a lot of times we don't get the luxury of just having a niche and we only have people come to our videos to talk about that thing. Because everything that we say is gonna be politicized, which greatly affects, one, how your content and how your platform grows. In turn, affects how commercially marketable your platform is, how much brand deals you get, how many brand deals you get, how much you get paid, etc. So I say all this to say, I don't think it's as simple as saying, well, black content creators don't have as much support because black people don't support black content creators. I don't think that's necessarily true. Number two, I know that she brought up some of our heavy hitters. Jackie Aina's a big one. I think that Winnie is remiss in naming people like Jackie Aina and Fanita and mentioning that they have millions of followers without understanding that in the beginning stages, those people were solely supported by black women. And that is a fact. Whether or not they are more commercially marketable now and they have a more mixed following now has nothing to do with how much support they did or didn't get from black women, black people. What I will give Winnie is this. If Winnie had approached her video through the lens of how hard it is to be a black female creator because of the sensitivity and duality that comes with being a part of the black community space online and how much grace we do or don't give black content creators, I would be with her and she would have a big point. But speaking from the perspective of somebody who's new, and I have to also mention that Winnie is a veteran, I'm not. Black women are the main people that like, share, comment, repost, and follow me. And I don't know if going through somebody's followers or just looking through somebody's comments is really a true testament to who is actually supporting them. I think you have to start looking at who responds when something negative happens in the press. Who are the people stitching like Jackie and Fanita when they say something controversial? Who are the people who are creating the deep dives and the video essays on their pathology? Whether they agree or not, it's black women. I feel like I could kind of understand where Winnie was trying to come from. I just think that it was a little bit misguided and misplaced. And I don't think that it's ever really a good idea to alienate most of your followers who are black women, because that's who I see in the comments. Excuse me. It's a lot of black women saying, well, who are you talking to? Because I follow you. So yeah, this was a long response and it also wasn't very well thought out. I hope that I conveyed the points that I was trying to get across. Yeah, I'm open to a dialogue and just seeing what people have to say about this topic.
Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Sometimes you gotta just do your research before you get on the internet and just say anything. An influencer by the name of Winnie Parker decided to get on the internet and said that it's better to have a white following opposed to a black one.
It's better to have a following over a black following.
Now, in a follow-up video that she made, she said the reason why she said this was because her views on a particular sponsored post didn't do very well. But if you really sat and did your research, baby, you would know that the bigger influencers that you referenced in your first video, views for sponsored posts don't necessarily do the best either. But because they have a bigger following than you, obviously they're going to get more views. But this was the part that killed me. Baby girl did a sponsorship with Macy's. The people that shop at Macy's are not predominantly black. Why did you have high expectations as a black content creator that has a black following that the video was going to go good? Stop blaming black women for not being supportive. Because for you to come online and say that black women are mean, as a black woman,
black women are mean.
Instead of asking your black community, why aren't you guys receptive to this type of content? It's absolutely ridiculous.
The black community does not support other black creators
the way that they should. And we should start doing it.
Because everybody is eating her up, I'm not going to add to it, but I do see something that nobody else is doing, and I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Behind me is a white creator named Abby, and she does a series where it's called Come Take a Shit With Me at popular restaurants or wherever she decides to go, right? I noticed about weeks ago that she had this ad up, right? And I remember this was at 1,000 views, and then look at the videos all around it, right? Everything else is getting views. This is another ad right here for Ritual. It is not just Black creators that are being hit with the low views. No one wants to see an ad. Look at the engagement. Look at that. Look at that. I just want to spit some evidence because it's not just Black creators that are being hit with low views on the ad. As a whole, the community, me included, I don't want to see an ad. We want to buy what we want to buy on our own terms. Not that we are being coerced into or forced into because of a sale or because of any other reason, because my favorite influencer is posting it. With Jackiana back in the days, if she would post something and she would, recommend it, Aaliyah J, all these people, it's not that we don't want to support. It's just that either A, we don't have the money, or B, we just don't want to spend our money on that thing that you are promoting. Even with this much engagement, a white creator is not seeing the support that she should be seeing, but she's not attacking her people for that. You guys need to stop, okay? I'm not sure how she's going to come back from this, but she needs to take a break and just think about how you word things, especially on social media. I also want to point this out too.
The brand for Macy's, and they basically are saying that, like, because of the amount of hate that I got on the video, like, they're reading through the comments that they're probably not going to work with me again. That's basically what they're saying in a nutshell. So that's always fun. It's a good time.
Not the Shade Room wanting to post it.
Support their brand deals, and this leads.
Okay, my bonnet's cocked to the side, so you know it's real. But this is the same user who yesterday said that it's better to have a white audience than it is to have a Black audience. And that's a direct quote, okay? And I'm not going to try to reinterpret and do all these things because she has over and over again just stood on business, girl. So I'm going to let you stand on business. Go ahead. And I'm not even going to address that video because if you know about the situation, you've seen a million videos. But I want to address the video that I stitched because, it's so cringy. So the whole reason she even made that crazy statement is because she posted a sponsored post or like an ad, and it just didn't get a lot of likes. It didn't get a lot of comments. People didn't care about it. So it's just really wild that she took, how a sponsored post performed and decided to just say that it's because Black people don't support each other, which is super disrespectful considering most of her audience is Black women. The reason she started going viral is because she was making like hair salon horror story videos, which like that's more pertinent to Black women, Black femmes than anybody else. So she was basically telling her audience directly, like, you don't support me because you didn't like and comment and share on my sponsored video. And it just highlights the entitlement I see from so many people on here in a pattern that I see play out over and over again. When videos go viral, it's pretty unpredictable. Like, we can never say like what the algorithm is going to do, who's going to watch our video. We just have no way of knowing. But one thing even I understand as somebody who barely has 6,000 followers is that if people are following you off of this video that went viral, it's because they expect the rest of your content to be similar to the reason that they followed you in the first place. It does not take a genius to understand that. So, I mean, she went viral for one type of video and then posted different types of videos. Yeah, people aren't going to be nearly as interested in those. Sorry, you're just not that fascinating. None of us really are, truly. And the entitlement of coming on here and expecting your audience or your community to have any type of obligation to further your career, clown shoes, pure clown shoes behavior. Because who is anybody to say that they are the ones who, deserve to make thousands or tens of thousands of dollars every month from TikTok? This is not a human right. Just make good content and hopefully you can develop a good audience, supportive audience from that. I mean, there's really nothing that you can do. You can't force people. You really can't. And I don't know about y'all, but I am just a regular, like everyday TikTok user. I'll come on here and I'll watch and I might post sometimes, but I'm not like an influencer, not a content creator, not anything crazy, so I don't come on here to engage with ads. I only engage with content that I want to see and that I'm interested in. I'm not here to like make somebody else's career blow up. I don't give a single shit about anybody's career blowing up. That's on you. What? I care about my career blowing up. And by career, I mean like this master's degree I'm getting. Like, I don't come on here to make sure that, Tom, Dick, and Harry are getting all the likes that they need so that they can make another $10,000 this month. Like, I don't fucking care. I don't know, girl. You're just making it worse for yourself. And I really think that you canceled yourself and you made it so that, like, nobody's really gonna want to fuck with you anymore. So, I mean, good luck to you. Good luck. And I really do sincerely mean that, because at the end of the day, I root for Black women. But sometimes people just say anything. I don't know. Y'all gotta stop smoking before you come on here and talk.
Following over a Black following.
This topic again. Goody. I'm not going to chime in fully on this conversation. There are so many layers and we've talked about it before, but I am going to make a very important point, or better yet, give very important advice for creators, anyone who does anything involving performing for an audience or selling something to the public. And honestly, it's just good to keep in mind in general because it's also applicable in dating, etc. And I'm going to make this point because while Winnie likely thought she was venting or vocalizing a belief she truly holds, was sparking in her eyes an important conversation, what she actually did was alienate a large percentage of her fan base. And if she hoped she'd gain support from the videos she made, what will actually happen is the complete opposite. Here's the advice. Never blame the audience. It will never work in your favor to look at your lack of views, sales, dates, or applause and say, I'm mad that you aren't watching, buying, interested in, or cheering for me, because you aren't owed it. It is not the audience's job to engage with your content. It is not the audience's job to buy your products. It is not the audience's job to clap and enjoy the show. It is not a man or woman's job to date you. It is your job to sell them on doing so. And when you react to their alleged lack of buying in with finger pointing and anger, they don't hear, I wish you liked my content. They don't hear, I wish I had more of your support. They don't hear, I want to be more connected with you, my community. They don't hear, my feelings are hurt. They hear entitlement. They hear, a woman I don't know, who doesn't know me from a can of paint, who doesn't do anything for me, is mad and insulting me because I'm not paying her bills. They hear, the woman who I do support and follow is now telling me that my support that I didn't have to give isn't good enough. And when you bring up other people, no matter how or why, especially people who have been successful content creators for a very long time, they hear jealousy. None of that results in more support for you. All of that contributes to people withdrawing their support and blocking your blessings by insulting people who may have supported you in the future. Blaming the audience also prevents you from necessary reflection that leads to progress, making better content, putting on a better show, making a better product, being a more appealing person. I think that video was silly to make, not because there can't be a conversation there can be a conversation about anything, but because the outcome of that video, due to how you chose to speak about the topic, what you chose to say, is going to be people who thought they were showing up for you feeling unappreciated, and a lot of people walking away with a sour taste in their mouth regarding you due to how entitled that video comes off. And the even bigger bummer is, all of this was over an ad flopping. Everybody's ads flop. We all expect our ads to flop, or at least lesser perform than our standard content. Nobody wants to watch ads. TikTok doesn't push ads. The only time ads do well is when brands pay to promote them, when creators are good at disguising them as their regular content, and when we blatantly ask people to support our ads. It was not.
What do you guys think about what they all said? I would like to hear your thought in the comment section below. She is really losing followers, and this is the reason why I said I don't really think she think about this very well before making that video, because at this point you are about to start losing your Black followers and as well your white followers, because you don't expect people that you can't even pronounce their race in the video, like you were whispering their race. in that video to support you, because they will feel like, oh, this person just wants us to support her because of the monetary gain that she's about to receive from our support. Like, I think that is how it's going to be seen. And then Black people are not going to follow you because you just come off as jealous, entitled, and even the ones following you before are clicking out. So now it's not making any sense. A video could have been worded better, a conversation that a lot of people have been having in the Black community for a long time, but you don't have to bring down your own race and glamorize other race in order for you to pass a message across. The kind of content she does is hair videos and talking about dating, story time, and a lot of support you get is from Black people, so you don't have to talk down on them. She was talking about the fact that the ad she did for Messi, which has now been withdrawn, did not do well, and this is the reason why she's talking down on her own people. After she made that video, the brand reached out to her, and now they are not even willing to work with her again. So you're losing on 4 different ends at this point. If I calculate it, the white people you think are going to follow you, the Black people you think are going to follow you, the people that has been following you that will start unfollowing your page as well, and the people who will come across this video and not work with you. So I think a lot of times when we want to do something, we have to think it through. Comparison is an enemy of progress. Do not compare. The people that you were comparing all these things to in that video, like one of the stitches said, Jackie, I know she had a huge support from Black people at the time. She grew bigger, and a lot of other people came into supported her as well. I feel like we should look at long term when we're doing something, and if you stay true to yourself and you're so consistent, you as well will grow. Like, we just live in a world and in a place that doesn't really favor Black people, because I have seen a lot of Black people have this conversation, especially influencers on these big brands like Instagram and TikTok, talk about the fact that it doesn't really favor Black people and they don't push out their content. Let's not even talk about the fact that TikTok doesn't really push out hard content as well. You have to be so good. You have to be so good to film that hard in a way that there is no traces in your first few seconds or minutes of people knowing it's hard for that video to do well. Like, it's just what it is. You just have to always learn to improve on yourself instead of coming online to talk down on your race, your own people, like saying they are mean. Like, it's not making sense. I have to comment here that I want to share with you guys. This person said, a point could have been valid without glamorizing white people. The problem is much deeper and exposes a need for validation and proximity to whiteness. It's giving, I wish I'm in this white people's community so that my bag will have been up, my followers will have been up. I don't think, she didn't present that well at all. Like, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think she presented that video well? Are people just overreacting? Because I'm sure people are not overreacting. Imagine supporting someone and then you saw a video of them now talking down on you for supporting them. Like, it's not making any sense, right? Another person said it was her devaluing Black support and generalizing Black women, saying they are mean for me. A lot of times you have to think very well about what will happen after we do something, even before we think of what we get after doing it, because it can literally determine if we'll go forward or we'll go backward, especially in situations like this. It's the media. We really have to be very, very careful. Another funny thing that stood out to me was I went to check back on the video she has been doing after she went viral. The people I see in the comments are still Black women consoling her. So if you are talking down on Black women and there are still the people in the comment section consoling you, not white people in the comment section, and you said you want their followers and then you can't even pronounce their race well loud in the video, I don't think it's making any sense. Let me hear what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you all so much for joining, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe before you go and turn your bell notification on as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.